Friends, welcome to the Destination Baby Kids YouTube channel. I am super excited to be here with you today to go over the brand new stroller from Venice Child. This is called the Ventura. So you may have seen my video before, which was on the Venice Child Maverick. That was their old single to double. This is their new single to double. And I am excited about this because there is a ton of built-in functionality and features with this model at an incredible price point. So we'll go over all of that. It's kind of a lot of information, so I'm gonna try and go through it bit by bit. But just as you see here, the stroller itself, I'm going to talk about it as the least expensive package you can buy, which is going to be a $549 price point. So that's going to include the stroller that you see with the stroller seat. It will also include a set of car seat adapters. You can click your NUNA, Cybex, Maxi Cozy, or CLEK directly onto them. So that's available at no additional cost. You're also going to get a set of 2-seat spacers. So we're going to be able to use this seat and the car seat on the stroller at the same time with these adapters, which are included in that $549 price. And then additionally, this product is super cool because it comes with an additional set of spacers called toddle board spacers. And what those are gonna do is those are gonna give us space to have an older child standing and riding on the back platform, which is included built in onto the stroller frame. So, from a functionality standpoint, I was looking, I don't think there's any other modular stroller on the market that comes with the standing board included on the frame. There are some that'll have permanent seats that fit on it, but when I say modular, I mean that we've got the option to remove the seat and flip it around to see mom and dad. Of course, reclines in both directions, front to back, so that's awesome. I'll take the seat off right now, and then we'll put the car seat adapters on the product. This is a pretty nice piece. It's easy. It only clips on in the correct direction. And I've got a NUNA LITE RX right here, newest, latest, and greatest NUNA. Goes on without any issue. You hear a very definitive click to let you know it's on there. Take the baby out. And then another feature of this guy, which is awesome, is that, as you can see, the cup holder is included in the cost as well. But it's a one-handed fold, and then also it can theoretically stand when it's folding. Also, this one, unlike the Maverick, has a lock on the side of the frame. So we're able to lock the stroller together, and it won't separate without disengaging the lock. So that is a cool feature. Opens relatively easily. Now, as I was saying, we would initially have the car seat on here for a little baby. And then as they got older and outgrew the car seat, we would put them into the stroller seat somewhere around 6 months plus. Now, let's say you have your first child and now you have your second child. What do? You already own the stroller. You already own the car seat. You're gonna just use the pieces that came with it included when you bought it to turn it into a single to double. So how that looks is these guys are gonna fit on the top. That's gonna give you space in that direction. And then we've got a set of clip adapters which go down here on the bottom, and there's a groove on the frame where it locks into, so it's pretty clear what's going on. Now, we'll just reassess, put the car seat adapter up tall. Put our new baby up here. And we'll take our child that was already sitting in this seat and simply set them in the front position and lock it in. Each seat position holds 45 pounds. So you can have two 45-pound children sitting in this at the same time. The other thing that I found remarkable about this is that if you look at other strollers that can play in this space, and what I mean by play in this space is that they're in the same price category and do similar things, you really only have I would say one other option, which is Mockingbird. This doll is 28 pounds. This doll is 14 pounds. So right now I have it loaded up with 42 pounds in the front position. I know Mockingbirds were recalled because the front of the stroller sometimes would have issues where it would snap. So we're able to do that maneuvering relatively easily. I didn't have to jump in order to get the front to lift like I do with, let's say, the UPPAbaby Vista, which is considerably more expensive. You're looking in the neighborhood of $1,500 for a similar setup. So this is very exciting. I'm going to remove the heavy dolls at this point. So all of this, again, for $549. Now, my older sister is 4 years older than I am. And so if that were the case, if your children were spaced out at a greater distance, that's where the little toddle board, which is on the back of the stroller, comes into play as being so useful. So I'm going to remove those, and I'm going to remove the front seat. I'm going to remove these spacers and give myself a spacer that puts my child closer to me. These are the toddle board spacers. I probably, if I didn't know what I was looking at, would mark these with stickers just so I could keep everything straight. And now we can put the car seat back on down here with our new baby. So they're not hanging out so far over the front. And we would have space here for a toddler to stand with their head standing through and holding on within the frame of the stroller. So you have a telescoping handle, which gives you more space. It also gives you more clearance for your stride, which is really useful. Again, Mockingbird will have a pivoting handle, which doesn't give you any additional distance. Also, their riding board is sold separately. It's not built into the frame. So here, again, all in with everything you were looking at without the car seat, which is obviously a separate purchase, you'd be at $550. I did the math. Mockingbird for a similar configuration was either going to be $660 or $720, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe even $750, because you have to buy the second seat in order to get the clips to turn it into a double, and then you have to buy the secondary riding board separately. So it's definitely a more expensive setup. This pushes better as well. I've pushed both. I had that Mockingbird for one of my last videos. No comparison. The push here is excellent for the price. Now, if you've got more children, or let's say you want to buy other accessories, they do make them. You could buy an additional set of car seat adapters, which is thrilling. So if you have twins and you want to do 2 kids on it simultaneously, you would only need to spend an additional $29 to get 2 car seats on here. Yes, you will buy the additional secondary seat later on, but for immediate, you would only need to buy the second set of car seat adapters, which is great. And then they also make bassinet, which is sold separately. You can also buy it as part of a package. I think they have a package where it's $6.99 for the bassinet and the stroller, something like that. I'll have to look to see. And then there's a third way to buy it where you get everything that I showed you without the bassinet and a second seat. So you could buy 2 bassinets or 1 bassinet or whatever you wanted to do separately. If you want to buy this separately, you can. It doesn't have to be part of a package. But I will show it set up with 2 seats on it at the same time. It will fold with 1 seat on it, and I actually tried, and it does fold with 2 seats on it. It's huge, so I really wouldn't recommend it, nor like, why would you even need to do that? But if you want to like talk to people about what it theoretically can and can't do, it does physically fold with 2 seats on it. So there's always that. It's kind of odd. Oh my goodness. And that's again why stickers might be useful. I just got this a few hours ago, so I'm not incredibly familiar with it yet, but For 2 larger children, 45 pounds each seat. Very much in line with the other stadium inline doubles. So this, like I said, just the functionality is incredible. The price point is awesome. If you were worried about getting one stroller that could really do everything directly out of the box, this is going to tick a lot of those boxes, and very, very reasonably. Color choices are black or gray. I could live with either. I do think the black looks pretty sharp. And the weight on it as a single is probably around 27 or 30 pounds, somewhere in there. I am waiting for them to tell me how much weight the toddler board can hold. My suspicion is that it's somewhere around 50 pounds. I will comment later when I do have that information. I've got to grab the phone, but thank you for watching the video. We appreciate it. Hit link, like, and subscribe.